Hello, my dear friends. Hope you all be fine and doing well. Thank you so much for joining me again. My dear friends, this is the third video of traps. So I already made two videos regarding of traps. So if you didn't watch, you go and watch in playlist. Let's get started the game. First of all, you just simply push the pawn into e4 and your opponent is pushing the pawn into c6. It means that your opponent is pushing the queen pawn. So this is called also the Caro-Kann defense, and I'm going to show you the lines. And here you just simply push the pawn into d4 and have control in the center. So this is the reason behind your moves. So in here simply your opponent is pushing the pawn into d5 and now he is going to take the control from your hand. You have this option to take this pawn, but I'm suggesting you please take your knight into c6 and attack to that pawn. So usually your opponent is taking the pawn in here by his pawn. So now you should take it back with your knight. Now your opponent is taking his knight into f6 and he is going to activate his pieces. For example, if you take, so he is taking, so now he activates his bishop. So that is the reason behind this move. So coming back to the main line. So in here you just simply take your queen into d3 and defend from your knight. In case if your opponent push the pawn into e5. So this is the main lines and the best lines that your opponent can play. Why your opponent is pushing the pawn into e5? This is the reason. If you take this pawn by your pawn, so your opponent has this fantastic check. He has this fantastic check. For example, if you cover this check, now he is taking your center pawn by his queen. That's why he is pushing the pawn. So now in here, your opponent is attacking to your knight by his knight and by his queen. But you have only one defender. You have only one defender. And here you should not defend your knight. You just simply go to castle. So now your opponent cannot take this knight by his queen because you have this brilliant move and pinning the queen. So instead your opponent, what he is doing, he is taking the knight by his knight. And now you cannot take and you cannot do this move because now he is pushing. So a little bit good for black as he is thinking in this way. But my dear friends, in here you have the best move. So if you can find this move, pause the video for only 1 minute or maximum 2 minutes. If you are able to find this fantastic move, if you have the white pieces in here and it was your turn, what would you play in this position? So my dear friends, before telling you this, please write in the comment section below. So my dear friends, the best move in here is to sacrifice one of your pieces, and that pieces is nothing but your queen. You should sacrifice your queen for victory of your king. You have to give this fantastic check. Now you controlled all these squares. Your opponent cannot go. He has only one option, and that is taking your queen by his king. Now another check is coming by your bishop into g5. This is not a simple check, but this is double check. This is a very fantastic double check. And your opponent in here has two where to go. And I highlight it with green color. So for example, if your opponent decides to come into c7, you have checkmate in one move by your bishop. And here you control all the squares by your bishop and by your rook. In case if he decides to bring his king into e8, now you have brilliant checkmate by your rook. As you see, you control all the squares, and this is a very fantastic checkmate. So my dear friends, thank you for watching the video. If you are interested in the videos and contents that I am making, please subscribe the channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. So whenever I'm uploading a new video, so you should be the first one to watch the video. And don't forget to share the video with your friends. In this way, you are motivating me to make lots of good and fantastic videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.